Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Blythe Launder, for those of you who don't know me. My daughter Victoria and I have been asked to give our own individual St. Andrew's stories at this stewardship time of year. But before I begin my story, I just would like to say that I'm so appreciative for this opportunity. I love doing things with my kids, and it is such an honor to share in this message with Victoria. All right, I grew up at St. Paul's Episcopal Church at 40th in Maine, and my husband David grew up here at St. Andrew's. My story with St. Andrew's, however, begins long before our married years, when I used to attend here with good friends to all the services here, and later I was in their weddings here in this beautiful space. St. Andrew's white stone facade and its beautiful big red doors were always a welcoming sight to me. In 1996, David and I and our 4 children joined St. Andrew's to worship with my sister Vicki Leonard, her husband George, and their family. David Launder finally celebrated his homecoming to the church he loved, and today our grandchildren are 5th-generation members of our church. For me, St. Andrew's is all about family and community. When we joined the church, I became involved with the wonderful women of the Altar Guild, and I'm now serving my 2nd term in the Altar Guild, doing what I consider to be truly holy work. The pleasure and joy of setting this table behind me for our most important meal of the week is a task that I hold very dear to, close to my heart. I was involved with our 100th anniversary celebration in 2013. I have taken part in Bible studies, and most recently, David and I took part in the Discovery course, which, by the way, is a wonderful path to renewal for all of us. The bottom line is this: what I have received worshiping and serving God with others in this church far outweighs the contributions I have ever made by being involved. But really, it's not just about me. It's about this lovely young woman, Victoria, who is standing here with me. It is about her sister Betsy, her brothers David and Andrew. It is about raising a family in a Christ-centered community. It is about thanking each and every one of you for nurturing our family over the years and for teaching our children to grow in service to God with the love that you have shown them. And of course, it's about thanking the clergy who have welcomed our new babies with baptismal water, who have given us their generous and loving pastoral care, and who have shared their thoughts and friendship over a beer or two. To those of you in our congregation today, my story is really not an exceptional one, but rather a heartfelt example of everyday thankfulness that is the beginning of stewardship in each and every one of us. And I might add, to those of you in the congregation today who are just beginning your spiritual journey at St. Andrew's, you have certainly made the right choice for your spiritual home.
Good morning. My name is Victoria Fiori, and as my mom said, it is truly a pleasure to be able to share a message with you during stewardship season. My mom's story certainly set the stage for why I continue to be a member of St. Andrew's. When I was a youth member of the church, I participated in the Acolyte program. I'm so grateful to be a part of a multi-generational family of acolytes at St. Andrew's. From holding a torch all the way through Verger my senior year of high school, the Acolyte program was, and still is, very special to me. As is fairly common with many college kids, I did take a bit of a hiatus from regular church going in college and shortly after. I attended at Christmas and Easter, which we all know is a creaster. However, I always knew every time I went to church that St. Andrew's and the community would be there waiting to welcome me with open arms when I was ready to re-engage, which was when I met my husband, John. Many of you have seen him behind the grill at church picnics, helping to move tables, ushering, or greeting at the front door. We began our marriage with the foundation of the St. Andrew's community and worship with our family that feels so much like home. and then the answer to what we were looking for in a worship community was easily answered. What I find so wonderful about St. Andrews is that it's so easy to find a place with one or more of our wonderful ministries. The 20s and 30s group has been so special to John and I. We have met some great friends that are so dear to us through Fourth Thursday happy hour, Second Sunday brunch, hosting the Haiti dinner cocktail party, and many other events. At the end of the day, those in the 20s and 30s group may be single, married, in our 20s and our 30s, have kids, don't have kids, or gush over our dog and cat fur babies. But we all have the connection of the St. Andrews community that brings us together. I am truly humbled and flattered that I was asked to serve as the vestry liaison to the 20s and 30s group. When I was asked, the first thing I thought of was my family and how much it meant for me to be representing our history and connection to St. Andrews as well. My story at St. Andrews has been the length of almost my entire life, but I will tell all of you that I am more than proud to be a member here. I'm forever grateful to my parents for engaging me in this community in my youth and setting the example of the feeling of home and being engaged in this community of Christ. I'm so grateful to my family and extended family for being there for my confirmation, senior Sunday, days that I was serving as a verger, my marriage, and all of the important events that have formed my spiritual connection to this community. I'm grateful to my amazing husband for jumping right into life at St. Andrews, and I so look forward to our family's future here. Finally, thank you to all of you, to the clergy and St. Andrews staff who I've come to know so well. You all are why St. Andrews continues to be my spiritual home and will be for a long time to come. Thank you for all you do for St. Andrews, our community, and all you've done to support my journey.